Hey Minecrafters, it's Kimise, and guess what? It's time for another episode of KimiseCraft. Woo! How's everybody doing? I'm doing absolutely fine. I'm right here at the reception area in the log factory, and I really want to start today's episode here because there's been lots going on since I last saw you. I'm really sorry about streaming and missing a video last week, but I'll be honest with you, that migraine just took it out of me. Oh, if you've ever had a headache, you know exactly what I mean. But, I'm back in shape. I'm excited to do some streaming this week. And I'll be honest with you, there's going to be a little bit less KimiseCraft streaming as we get ready to launch the server for Season 3. So what is this episode going to be about? Well, I'll tell you what. This episode is going to be about us checking out my favorite builds. We're going to do a quick run through the server, and we're going to check out some of the things I really love most about what I did this season, because it's time to come to a close, guys. I think I'm the only one who's been on the server for the last 3 weeks building stuff, and that's because I love making videos and I love doing new content for you guys. But the good news is 1.16 is so close, and the updates that they've been putting out have been so stable. I think it's time for us to get really close to go ahead and start the server fresh. And if we start on a snapshot, great. If not, it's going to be okay too, because you know what? It's going to be awesome. Okay, guys, so what are we going to do first? Well, I'm starting here because I'll tell you what, this is one of my favorite builds ever, which was my tree factory. This tree factory or tree farm right here is semi-automatic. It means you have to have a player here to do things as you're doing it, but you can actually, if you have enough things set up, you can actually go ahead and just set up a clicker, walk away, and then come back and just make sure everything's all good, and it will go ahead and do almost every type of tree ever found. This is a design by Nembomb. I've used multiple of his designs over the season, as well as others. But this one's fantastic because we can do every type of tree except for dark oak. All you have to do is read the instructions, put in the right amount of stacks of materials from out of here into there. That's your on switch button. And if you're doing any of these special types, whether acacia, birch, or oak, make sure you have these levers flipped as well, depending on what you're doing. And what this does is takes the wood, it condenses it right here into this line right here, sends it over there, stacks them up there, and then blows them up. In fact, a really good thing to this is we could have gone ahead and had another set of stuff coming in the other end and broke up a whole bunch of, say, cobblestone. It would have been a great cobblestone generator too. But anyways, this has been fabulous for wood. And what I love about this, beyond it just doing wood, is to make this stuff work, we got to have tons of... No, stop that. We need to have tons of bone meal. And so what I put up here, and I think if I do this again, because I might do something similar to this next season, because wood's something you always got to have a lot of. Unless we have somebody on the server do their own wood farm, that'd be great too. But if I do this again next season, I will definitely have a much higher end facility where, see, we have a pumpkin and a melon farm up here, and these are produced primarily just so that they can go into our composter and create bone meal, because I don't use a whole lot of melons and stuff, but that's what it's there for, so we can go ahead and compost things. Look at this, I got all this cactus up here too. I wonder why. Anyways, so there we are. Yes, so that's one of the things I really like about this is trying to make it more autonomous. Oh, I'm actually inside the farm. That was not supposed to happen. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have gone that way. Well, that's okay. I know the way out. We'll just go over this way. Yep, there we go. Awesome. So this has been one of mine. Not to mention, this was also my vine farm, as I went ahead and made a vine farm around here, and it would take all these vines as I chopped them down and would put them into this great pool where the wood would go, and all of that would be sent down straight to my sorting system in my base. So this is like one of my favorite all-time builds right here, because I think it turned out looking really, really great. Plus, it's super, super functional. Now, if we just go ahead and walk up the hill, you'll notice that we got this great path, and as we pass, you get to see the dark oak farm, because unfortunately, we couldn't make dark oak semi-automatic. We had to make it an actual manual farm, but that's okay, because I was able to always get a ton of great dark oak out of this farm right here, and it worked out really, really, really well. Things I didn't get to over here, obviously I didn't get to our shanty town, which should have been over here, where we would have had all the black market and stuff going on. But maybe some of you guys, if you download the map, you can build a shanty town and Send me some pics of it. I would love to see your creative sides as well, because I bet you guys are doing some builds, and I would love to get to know you guys. Now, another build that I am super proud of has always been my iron farm right here. This has been the most successful iron farm I've ever built. Oh, and I think one was just burning as we walked in. And not only was it my iron farm, it was also my villager trading system for majority of the season. Because this particular iron farm design, it took quite a few villagers to do. I think about 70 villagers. Was it that many? Yeah, I think it was. And I made most of them librarians. And that was really great in the fact that, I could actually create a raid. I could turn the raid away, come up here, be the hero of the village, and these guys would trade me so much stuff. I would get so many books and emeralds that I wouldn't really have to have a need for most of them most of the time. So this was a fantastic first iron farm because it kind of met both needs. It met the needs for my iron as well as it met the needs for villagers and trades for quite a long time on the server. So I was really, really proud about how this place turned in. Now, of course, it didn't meet all the needs in the end, and I decided to do a villager trading hall later on, but this is still one of my favorite builds, my iron and my villager trading hall. And I absolutely love the design that we came out here for the building. The big eye for iron outside, and then we used the orange terracotta all the way around. I think it absolutely looked fantastic. Now, we had a lot of things to help us be more productive on the server, and some of them were really, really great, and some of them were really, really low rent. Like, for instance, one of my low rent farms right here is my cobblestone generator. Yeah, we'll not talk about that. I mean, it's basically just a cobblestone generator, and and it was kind of cool though. But we had these big government buildings, which I thought looked really cool. We have our main tower, which has all of our collection system. In fact, this is where items come from the farms I showed you, as well as my underground farms in this area, which are my cactus, my cactus, and my sugarcane and my slime farms are all right below us right here. Those are like the first big farms I did of the season before those, and it's because you always build a sugarcane farm, right? And it was also where my slime chunk was, and I always put cactus usually right in there with it. So those are actually wide open for a majority of the time until I put down the bee farm, which is fantastic. This was a great top off to that farm. And if I do another bee farm, it's definitely going to be smaller because I haven't had a need for all these bees, but it's been really great to have it. Then we've got our smelter, which I think has been great. It's used a variety of different smelting sources, but I'm pretty happy with it. Then we went ahead and took all our regular farms and put them in a big tower, which is great because I put my sheep at the top, and with a sheep farm, you can't get around not having several sheep in the farm. You know what I mean? You can't get around not having that, so all my sheep now are way up there, and all my cows are way up there too, so I don't have to hear them unless I want to hear them. And that's been an absolutely great idea. I might do another tower like this sometime in the future because I don't mind manually farming things like grains and stuff like that. I don't have a huge need to have tons and tons and numbers of those, but having a silo thing like that is really, really cool. Another thing I'm super proud of, one of my builds I really like, is my storage system, because all those different farms feed straight into my storage system and start sitting in here. And the next season, I want to do this even better. I want to have it work better. I want to have it sort better. I want to have it cover a whole lot more things. I want deep storage for the stuff I have to have lots of, such as cobblestone and stuff. So I'm super excited. I've been thinking about plans about that all season. And then, of course, this walks us right out into our village area. And one of the builds I do want to touch on quite heavily, because it's like one of the builds I'm so proud of, was my library. I wanted to have culture right away here in the center of the server, and so I built this library, and I really love it. I love the fact you can come in here, you can see a wall, and you know what, I need to go ahead and we need to go ahead and then update all of our maps and everything, because there's been so many changes since the last time I did this. And that one's just blacked out. I might have to take shaders off so I can update my maps. But I love the fact that we have all sorts of books. This is a great place of learning. Then if you're careful, there's barrels where things are hidden in them and stuff too. This tower is all the redstone that goes up to our tower that changes the time of day depending on where the light is in the sky, using a light sensor, which I love. You got all these books and stuff up here up in the ladder, and then you have a little great place to read a book and drink some coffee out here in the back. Absolutely love this place. Check it out. There is my emerald farm right there, or the raid farm. Fantastic tool. Okay, so anyways, moving back through this area, and of course down here, this is the archives, which has all the stuff you're not supposed to know about. You notice that there's already things like barrels in here that are containing secrets and stuff. So I love how my library turned out. It's like, and you got these great pillars which just scream library, and then we've got the fire, the fire, yeah, those things right there. I can't remember the name of it. It's killing me. Now, one of the cooler builds I think I ever did, at the beginning of the season, was our ink farm. So I made a flower farm, and we went ahead and made this great ink shop where you could like just look at the color, and that's the color you're getting. Orange, good. I'm getting some orange. Oh, green's right there. And I just love the way this particular shop turned out, and we made lots of diamonds on it. Absolutely love. Of course, there's our iron shop. There's our prismarine shop. Over down this way, we've got right up here. We got two of the last shops we built, like our archery shop, which I think was still pretty neat because you could like get tipped arrows. I mean, what a great feature! You can buy tipped arrows in there. That's awesome. And then over here we had our undying and experience shop, and guess what? Oh no! Look, I sold all the experience again. Man, that's fantastic. I love it when things sell on the server. And then we have our shulker shop and our ender chest shop. One of the shops I probably spent a lot of diamonds on was the wool shop until I built my own wool farm. And then, boy, this concrete shop would have been really popular, but I don't think Beeza Breeze ever got it. I hope she's doing good. I hope school has ended well for her. In fact, I hope everybody who's playing on the servers is all excited about a new summer, and I hope that they're have everything really, really well planned out. And of course, there's the shop for the wood, which I love. The 8-bit shop right there. These two shops by Spider that he put up, where you could sell bows. Seth made this really great shop with the ender pearl and the end shop where you could like buy end stone stuff, which I thought was really cool. And he made this really neat milk shop. Love the milk shop. This milk shop saved my life so many times. And there's only one thing of milk left into it. Oh, so sad. Fantastic. I'll tell you what, I would love to have a milk shop on the server again. And anything else here that's really like jumping out at me? Another Spidercraft shop that he started off at, and selling bricks. I'm sure that'll be even more popular early in the season, And then that's it. Now, one of the goals I really wanted for this season is I want to have a village. And so we got two bridges that lead into the village. We have our stone wood bridge here, and then the other one's primarily wood. And I love how they open up into these neighborhoods where you have this fountain here, and you have this really great neighborhood area. I wonder if it's getting dark, everybody's going in, where you can like meet all sorts of different villagers, and you got tons of iron golems, and you got the hotel, which has tons of activity in it all the time. I'm really proud about the way this turned out because we did different colors to note off different districts. We gave it lots of character by putting pub areas in the area. Although if I'd have to put some more beds in here for guys get to want to use that as well. But also we got the barracks at the end. We got the big hotel, which has so much room for everybody, and then we have another inn over here, slash pub at the other end. Boy, and you do have to walk, so it makes sense that they're all different, that they're all neighborhood focused and neighborhood managed and everything. And of course, they're all fed of villagers using the using my phone booth, which pops new villagers in. So some people want to keep calling it a TARDIS, which is great. And then we have this other pub and stables right here. I really like the way these builds turned out. You can go upstairs and get yourself a room for the night, or if you need to, you can go ahead and house your horses here. And these are where I have Bojangles and oh, come on. What's your name again? Flash. That guy's fast. And then another horse of ours, Midnight. So I got all my horses stabled in here, and they're really nice, cozy, really nice little stables here. Very, very proud of them. Every once in a while, a creeper stays the night, but that's fine. It's okay. And then this is like one of the things I'm most proud of is this huge dock area. I mean, we only started working on it, but we did get a nice crane on it. We got we got one ship that was bringing stuff in. You could tell from the hole that it was lifting stuff out. Really liked the way this turned out. I liked the post that I did and everything, and how those did. For my own basic crane, I really loved it, using the spruce there and the cobble to kind of give it structure, you know. And that's the first time I ever built anything like that. So I mean, I was just like, wow, I did that. Now, one of the biggest builds on the server, okay, or should I say I'd say probably the biggest build I did, you know, just as a single thing, had to be the PvP arena. And so let's just walk down over here, and we're going to walk over the last bridge on this side of the city. And it's great because it takes you right up here to our big PvP arena, and it feels so much like an arena, you know. Have you ever been to like one of those big football stadiums or such? I mean, I think we really got that feel from it right here. Nice big opening, and by using bricks and stuff, we got different looks to the lanterns, so they have a really cool look to them as you walk in. And boom, there we are. We are in the PvP arena, and so it's really wide open as you walk in, so you can come in. You know, you got all the crowds all around you. Meant to make some concession stands and booths, but never did get around to it. But did spend a lot of time on this redstone because I wanted this redstone all to be controlled by the chicken. And boy, he controls it well. Wherever he moves, the different pistons activate, and you have a different amount of stuff every time up there on the top, which I absolutely love the way that works. And then on each side, you could come in here, and you guys could randomly dispense a set of gear, and then you could go ahead and store your stuff, and then there you go. It's changing already. My chicken's working. You come out here and you can play bows, or you can go ahead and go straight on melee with somebody else. And it was, oh, there we go. Jeez, he is like busy. Yeah, check it out. Love this place. I love how it changes all the time and how it's not all the same because of where the chicken goes. And then if you walk down here, we can then walk right up above it. Oh yeah, and then this will take us right into the sitting area. So you got those 4 great grandstands. You can sit up here by the gladiator statues, you know, and watch everything that's going down, which is fabulous, you know. Or if you want to, you know, you could go ahead and come up here to one of the main spot areas, like over here, or walk the big mezzanine that we have all across up here. Or if you want an even a little bit better spot, if you really wanted to, you can just go ahead and walk on in and then go up on stairs, and then you want these 4 towers. Didn't get to do as much decorating in these as I want to, but I love how you can just go straight up, and you can get one of the best seats of the house, as long as you don't mind a gladiator statue kind of in your way on any of the 4 sides. But boy, I mean, I'll tell you what, just really gave tons of character to the build, you know. And I just love the awning that we got to put all across the mezzanine, so you don't have to be in the snow and stuff to watch. Just one of my favorite builds ever, and probably the biggest one I did for a single build, and still things left to be done on it. So I'd love to see, you know, if you guys download the world, go ahead and build some awnings and stuff for this. Let's see how you could like finish it out and everything. There's Kimberly's Rapunzel Tower, which I think is fantastic. And then I kind of takes me flight over this last little area right here, which is my neighborhood area. So, you know, one of the things I really wanted to do is I wanted to have a neighborhood of places that were built by different people on the server, and I got a little bit of that. You know, 8-Bit Kid built one way out there, but Spidercraft and Connor Dog came in and built one. Kimberly Smash, her idea of building something in the neighborhood was a Rapunzel Tower, which is fantastic. I absolutely love it. But I went ahead and we started our franchise, the Honey Spots. So these are all, I love how that's interesting in this shader pack, how those things are practically transparent. Honey blocks, that's cool. But we have the Honey Shop right there, and this kind of led us to build all these different neighborhood homes. So, you know, you instead of living in an apartment, you could actually have a home in a yard. So like the red house right here, which I absolutely love. Fantastic. We can sit in here, and I guess it's not getting dark yet. I thought it was getting dark. Okay. But anyways, you know, I loved coming in here and building out the different interiors because it was a lot of fun. Trying to make them look different, give them their own character and setting, like the red house here. Or let's go down and check out the pool house, which is just down the hill here. So we had the red house, we had the pool house down here, one of the last builds, but I just absolutely love the way it kind of welcomes you in with the 2 lights up front. And you can walk right in there. And if you want to, all the couches are functional, so if you need to take a nap on the couch, you can just go ahead and crash. Start putting TVs in a few of them. Got a great pool in this one. That's why we call it the pool house. But I love the gazebo I put up there, the awning, all the grass, the fact that you have a fenced-in yard, which I think looks really great, the vines. Yeah, very, very proud of these. And then you had other people on the server like Connor Dog and SpiderCraft. Like at the end of this particular place, we have SpiderCraft's place, which is pretty cool. He made himself a great little home and yard here, which I love. Just over there is Connor Dog's, which is pretty cool. Appreciate those guys hopping on the server and having some fun, And then I made this park because one of the biggest challenges I think I had this season was, sometimes doing landscaping is a little difficult, but I decided to take up the challenge. So I went ahead and made this park, did a whole bunch of custom trees, such as these pines, and I think they all look really, really nice from the outside. I was very, very proud of them. I went ahead and used some flowers to go ahead and give some flower gardens right here. I did my custom oak, which I'm absolutely enamored that I made something so cool looking. I cannot wait to try doing this again next season, because I think I can definitely up the game, because now that I have some confidence in doing like a custom tree, I don't think it's out of my range. Or you have this great gazebo area where you could like sit down at the picnic tables and have fun with your friends. We've got some pools with some fish right here, so if you want to hang out and feed the different tropical fish or just relax. I love how the vines and the mossy cobble came in to the area. We have a little playground, so the park area I think absolutely turned fantastic with the merry-go-round. Even got that flowing water stream right up here, which flows all the way down. Sometimes there's even a fish in here. I think we're down to one fish now. We've had a few casualties. And then on this side, on this street, we have our other honey shop right here, the Honey Spot. This is a franchise that's going global. I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be on every corner. And I'll tell you what, that art right there, that map art, boy, that took such a long time to do. But every time I look at it, it is just so satisfying to see, because boy, that just looks so great. It really helps to immerse yourself into the area. And then we've got the Phoenix House, which was like one of the first houses I built up. You have this. I love how this turned out with the two ceiling fans. Really nice, big, open living area. The double couches. Over here you got a great kitchen area. With a really nice big eat-in table, really nice big kitchen area with a center countertop. Love this place. I even kind of did the bedrooms in here too, which I thought turned out really nice. So we got a couple of nice little bedrooms up in here, and this one actually has a secret passage. I don't know if you know this, but if we come over here and if we go ahead and turn the slime ball to where the white's pointing to the upper left-hand corner, it opens up a secret passageway into our brewing hall, which sits underneath the castle. So absolutely love this. I think we have to turn it there. And there we go. And I want to give a big thank you to Master Splinter for that. He did a great job on the redstone there. Exceeded my expectations. And then we have the southwestern house that we built, which I thought was fantastic, where you walk in and you got your living area here, but then you have a patio which spreads you out to the rest of the house. Absolutely beautiful, that sky there. Loving it. Then we've got our Prismarine house, which I think turned out. In fact, this is like the Prismarine house in here has one of my favorite interiors. When you walk in, you have this really beautiful fireplace, nice three-section fireplace with great end tables and sides, wonderful couch so you can relax in there and talk, great dining room area, and the grill out here that's actually smoking. Love this grill. Check it out. Making some steaks. I think we burnt one. Okay, so, and then our final house over here, and just to save a little bit of time, we had the brick house. And this one is nether brick, and I love it because I did some different types of decorating, and that's when I first used those types of trees in here. Really cozy, smaller fireplace. We have the book there on the table and everything. And this one's an open design with the kitchen in the same room. Love the way this turned out. Love how everything worked out. So, you know what? there's been so many builds on the server. You know, like I'm not going to talk a whole lot about the villager trading. Did a whole bunch of that just recently. The castle, I visited the castle a lot, and then if you were watching me on stream last week, you would have been around when we built the new flying ship, which I love how my flying ship turned out. But there's so many things to see, and at this point, I've just got to go ahead and cut it out for this episode. So guys, we're going to go ahead and do one more episode where we go and visit other places in the server. If you like this great time in nostalgia and you're excited for the season 3 of KimiseCraft, go ahead and hit that like and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys, because I know we've got a lot of great things coming up, and I hope you guys don't want to miss any of it. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and then when I'm back next time, we'll be taking looks at other parts of the server that had some really awesome builds in. So guys, this is Kimise. I'm going to catch you later. See ya. Bye.